In this video, we'll go do a real-time walkthrough through a situation where privacy assessment is being done, or rather risk assessment is being done, typically in an HR environment, the relevance of personal data and the risk associated with it. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about a risk assessment actually happening in the HR section of an organization, something that every organization has, right? HR is handling employee data, collecting employee data from different sources and of a large variety. I think the broadest variety of personal information that anyone has is HR. Sometimes some of these parameters depend on the organization also, for example, biometric attendance or biometric access to secure areas. But then healthcare, basic, financials, past financials, all are available with HR. And a lot of them, even the basic ones like financials, are sensitive personal information. Financials, healthcare, biometrics, they are very, very sensitive personal information. They are processed internally as well as externally by various departments, tax calculations, health insurance company, biometric recording service, outsourced, so data being collected or stored somewhere outside. So you need to understand the processing. The data is being collected through websites and through apps. Yes, it does. Stored on HR systems, shared within the organization and shared outside the organization. Partially it is the basic ones also is processed and shared within different departments. For example, salary processing. Right? If salary processing is internal, but then the document goes to the bank, so the document of salary transfer goes to the bank, so you are sharing it externally as well. Similarly, payroll and tax calculations, they happen externally. So you need to identify the risks. Are you encrypting the data? When? So if you've given them an app and they are handling the app on the phone, when the app is collecting the data, is it storing the data there on the phone in an encrypted format, or is it just uploading the data directly to your systems? In that case also, is there an encryption in transit and as well as on destination storage? Are there role-based access configured? Is there a careful internal sharing? Are people really worried about internal sharing? And are there very, very strict vendor contracts? You send them for external processing, Provident Fund, TDS, TCS. Sometimes even when you send your company's balance sheets for external audits, they also request you for sharing a copy of the salary details of the organization and then the PIIs, right? Even if not the banking information, but the earning of an employee across the year goes to the outside agency, to the external auditors. Then you need to check what is the impact if this information goes on. Employees trust, something which is most important thing. The employees should have confidence in the system that they are working with. You cannot break their trust. Regulatory impact, yes. If breach is caught, if impact of breach is caught, then you are having all chances of getting into the regulatory issues, legal issues, and the reputation of your organization. And that would spread very fast if there is something that goes wrong, especially with the employees' data. So you need to be very, very careful with that. Document the risks. Ensure that you are doing a secure collection of data, storage of data. You are giving role-based access to file servers, having various tools like HRMS, etc., and they all also are having role-based access, right? So a finance guy, he can only look at the banking information and transferable salary, whereas the payroll guy has full idea of the salary. Provident fund guy knows what kind of provident fund based on the basic salary, and so on. And each one of them don't have everything with them. Provident fund guy is not required to know the banking information of the employee because he has to deposit provident fund for the organization and not for an individual. Encrypted and protected sharing, even if you are doing it through pen drives, through emails, they can be encrypted, they can be password protected, even the attachments. And the vendor contracts should be strong enough to keep you protected, ensuring that there is safety of data, not just that you have a contract in place with privacy norms on it. As a next step, proceed with controls first. What all are the gaps that you are not covering in your organization? How would you control them? How would you monitor them? And monitor them very regularly. Reviews need to be done very regularly. Governance mechanism has to be activated. You have to assign ownership to various people in the organization and develop the governance and review mechanisms for the organization. And these are very critical things that you need to check when you are doing assessments for your organization. So that's about an assessment within an organization. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.